5 hacks to mastering marketing for your online service industry. My name is Zach Pasquarello, and I'm going to teach you all of the marketing and sales tips and tricks that I have learned over the past 3 years of running my own bookkeeping business. I teach you how to start your own bookkeeping business in less than 30 days with no experience. I know exactly how to do it because I did it 3 years ago, and I just share these tips and tricks with you so that you can learn from my mistakes and you can fast track to success. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel because I'm posting new videos every day just like this one. And if you need more help, schedule a one-on-one consultation with me. I would love to mentor you. There's a link in the description below. Okay, let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into the 5 hacks that I've learned to mastering marketing. And caveat real quick, I am not a marketing guru. I'm not a sales expert. I've just run a successful bookkeeping business for the past 3 years, so I know a little bit more than the person who's never done it before. So just keep that in mind. Like, I'm not a guru, I'm not an expert. I'm just trying to share some information and share some knowledge that has worked for me. Hopefully it works for you. Okay, tip number 1, pick a niche. And whenever I say pick a niche, I mean pick a niche in the social media that you're using. So for me, I love Facebook, but maybe you love LinkedIn, maybe you love Instagram, maybe it's YouTube, maybe it's TikTok, maybe it's Twitter. Doesn't matter what it is, but I recommend pick 1, maybe 2 social media platforms and stick with that at least for the first 6 months. As you get bigger and learn more, you can expand, but for the first 6 months, I really recommend pick a niche, pick 1, maybe 2 social media platforms and stick with it. You're doing that so that you can master that platform because there are so many different features for every social media platform. So if you pick 1 for 6 months, you can learn everything there is about that platform. For example, side note, like on LinkedIn, it's much easier to search for people based on criteria than it is in Facebook. So if you're new to Facebook, you might not necessarily know how to search for people based on their location or their college or their job. But LinkedIn makes it super easy. So the platforms are so different. That's just a specific example of how Facebook is different from LinkedIn. So if you're trying to use all 6 social media platforms at the same time, you might not learn all of the details and the tips and tricks for a particular platform. So pick a niche, master that platform, learn everything there is to learn about that platform, how to use it, and then spend time and engage with your community. So it's really hard to spend an hour per day on 6 different platforms, but you're going to get so much more value out of that social media platform if you actually spend time on Facebook or spend time on LinkedIn and genuinely engage with your audience. Your posts are going to be seen by more people. More people are going to know who you are just by you being on there, talking to people, messaging people, sharing your experience on that platform. It's easy to spend 1 hour every day on Facebook, but it's nearly impossible to spend 1 hour on all 6 platforms every single day. So pick a niche, master that platform, and then genuinely spend time and engage with your audience. Okay, so once you've picked a social media platform that you want to use, develop a presence and build your reputation. Now keep in mind, this takes 6 months. This is so important. This is not easy. This is not fast. This is long, hard work. So developing your reputation as a bookkeeping business owner takes 6 months. So just keep that in mind whenever you're getting started. You've got to be consistent every single day. So you've got to create a post every day. You've got to spend an hour every single day engaging with your community. And then finally, you've got to provide value. You can't just go on these platforms and post nonsense, try to post funny memes, or try to post entertaining videos. You're a bookkeeping business owner. You've got to provide value. That way people associate you with being a bookkeeping expert. People start to trust you, and people will want to pay you for your bookkeeping services if you provide value to them for free. That's the fast track, easiest way to build a reputation and to develop your online presence. So keep in mind, it's not easy. It takes a long time. It takes consistency every single day. And the name of the game is provide value. Don't try to be funny. Don't try to be entertaining. You can be a little bit, but focus on providing value. And this should be a good thing for you because I don't know about you, but like, I'm not a comedian. I'm not super entertaining. So this is good news for us. It's easy to come up with bookkeeping tips. It's easy to come up with tax advice. Like, that's easy. This kind of content is so much easier than trying to be funny or entertaining. So just look up some basic bookkeeping tips, some basic tax advice, make a very simple infographic or a simple post, and just provide value to your audience. I promise it's gonna work. Okay, tip number 3, define your target audience. So obviously we're not selling our bookkeeping services to every single person in the world. So define your target audience. First of all, you've got to figure out a way to find business owners. That's who we're selling to. So you don't need to be marketing to your college friends or to your high school friends or to your family. Like, that's a waste of time. So define your target audience, find business owners. Like I said on LinkedIn, super easy. Facebook, a little bit more difficult, but it is possible to find these people. And then once you find them, obviously you need to connect with them. So friend request them, connect with them on LinkedIn, follow them on Instagram. You need to become friends with them. That way they start seeing your posts. And then finally, I already talked about it, but you've got to engage with them. So seriously, think about social media like the real world. We used to go to the park, we used to go to the mall, we used to go to the movies, but now more and more people are staying home on their computer, on their phone, and they spend literally hours every single day on social media. It's not a bad thing, it's just different than the way things used to be. So we just need to adapt with the times, and we need to get on social media if you're not on there already, and develop a presence and a reputation and connect with people and literally become friends or at least acquaintances with these business owners on social media. It's good news because you're able to connect with and engage with literally thousands of people every single day, every single week, every month, all over the country. Whereas before you had to go to local networking groups, or you had to go to restaurants in your area, or you had to go to meetups in your neighborhood in order to connect with people. But now we can do it for free on the internet 24/7. This is good news. Okay, step number 4, pay-per-click advertising. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never done pay-per-click advertising. This will cost a large sum of money, like at least $5 a day. So you're talking at least a couple $100 a month. I've heard a lot of experts recommend that you spend $500 at least a month in order to collect any sort of data. So if you have $500 a month, sure, go for it. But if you were like me, whenever I started my bookkeeping business, I did not have $500 a month laying around to spend on pay-per-click advertising. I recommend don't do it yourself in the beginning because you're going to mess it up and it's not going to work. There are so many specific details and intricacies when it comes to pay-per-click advertising. The most popular is Google and Facebook. Seriously, don't do it yourself without learning first. You don't need it. Like I said, I have built my entire business through free organic social media marketing. However, if you have the money laying around, maybe you don't have time, maybe this bookkeeping business is not your only business. So if you have money and if you don't have time, sure, hire somebody to manage your pay-per-click advertising. Or step number 5, there's another option. If you really want to do pay-per-click advertising, you have to spend money to learn pay-per-click advertising. And this is where I am at in my business right now. Like I said, I've never run ads, I've never paid for advertising, but I really want to learn. And my first instinct was I'm going to hire somebody to do it for me. However, you're going to pay that person $1,000 every month for the rest of the life of your business. Or instead, you could spend $2,000 or $3,000 and learn it in a week or 2. So pay-per-click is good if you know how to do it. Don't outsource this. I really recommend, this is what I'm going to do. I really recommend don't outsource your pay-per-click advertising, but instead invest a little bit of time, invest a little bit of money, and learn how to do it yourself. You might be thinking, I'm a business owner, I'm not going to worry about that, I should outsource that. I feel like that's a common misconception when it comes to business owners. Like, I'm going to be hands off, I'm going to hire somebody to do that for me. But you're a smart person, you are technically savvy, like it's not too complicated. I'm sure you can learn how to do it. What I recommend, learn how to do it, spend $2,000, take a course, learn how to do pay-per-click advertising, and then if you still don't have time, then you can outsource it, but at least you know what the person should be doing, because I see so many times local ad agencies take advantage of people. They charge them thousands of dollars every month, and they don't do a good job of managing and running your ads. So you've got to protect yourself. Learn how to do it first. Spend money. Learn how to do it first, and then you can outsource it. Instead of spending $500 a month on Google ads in the first couple months and wasting your money and not getting any results, instead spend $1,000 on a course first, and then you can run ads. Or now that you know how to do it, you can hire an ad agency and you can at least check and verify that they're doing a good job.